This week, coming up from the ashes.
Would you rather be Batman or be Spider-Man?
Ooh, that's such a good question. Who wants to go first on this?
I don't know.
Batman, because I'm not a
voice.
child.
Batman, because I'm not a child. I don't wear pajamas.
Spider-Man has been my favorite superhero since I was like 12.
Oof. Man, but he's so much more relatable, minus the spider powers.
Look, either which way, you're gonna suffer.
Yeah. So you lose your parents on one end.
Go Batman, because at the end of the day, you're still rich, and who cares?
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to From the Ashes podcast.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
What do you mean?
I'm throwing down my ad card.
Your ad card?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
yet.
I was going to say, an ad right now at the beginning would be really weird.
It would be pretty funny, though.
Why are you stopping me now?
Because I'm the one hosting. Again, yeah, that's right, me.
What?
Remember?
Man. All right, go ahead.
Anyways, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to From the Ashes podcast. I am your rightful host, Arson is Clown.
Debatable.
And today we're going to be doing something a little different. A little, unique. Anyways, I'm here with my good co-host, Ocean.
Oh, wow.
I don't even... there.
Wow. I don't think so.
The lower dregs there, Phoenix.
Right? He's going to be demoted to lights, and we don't even use lights.
Fighting for scraps.
Anyways.
But I have taken it upon myself to actually do homework. Well, not really homework. I really just kind of prepared for this specific topic in general, which isn't your usual topic. And I didn't tell these lads up until now, but it's something that's been done a million times already. But, you know, it's our unique spin on it, so, you know, go kick rocks. Anyways, what we're here to do today is Would You Rather?
Would you rather?
I have compiled a couple questions here that I will ask all of you. And in turn, I want to see how and why you would choose said options. I want to hear discussions, maybe a slight argument or two, maybe. Make it entertaining for all the crowds. But you know, any banter, anything before we get started?
I was not ready for the would you rather thing. That's quite interesting. Spin on what you're look, just to let the viewers know. I had no idea what this was going to be coming into this. None of us did. And like, it was basically put off for a week. So I've been sitting here for 2 weeks, like biting my nails thinking, what the heck is he doing? And now it's this. So that's all I got to say.
Yep. But also, before we get started, how are you guys doing? You know, what's been going on lately? Anything interesting? Anything good? Maybe like you had a really nice drink. I don't know.
I don't know.
Just a friend checking in. You know, it's not like I haven't been around or anything.
Yeah. Well, Zhombi, have you had any good drinks lately?
I had some port, a while ago. That was pretty good.
Nice. And that's not box wine, guys.
No, it was out of a bottle.
Well, I guess Ocean, being a man of few words, we took away his favorite words to say during podcasts, so he may be pouting a little bit.
That's probably why he hasn't said anything much.
He's like, see.
But all right, well, I guess if you guys want to be a little quiet about it, then we better let's pick up the pace here and see what we got. So, we all ready then? I've actually asked some of these questions to the other lads,
Mm-hmm.
and it was quite an entertaining session. So I'm hoping you guys give me the same amount of entertainment value.
All right. Well, let's do this.
But going fresh off of our last podcast, here's a question I would like to ask all of you. Would you rather be Batman or be Spider-Man?
Ooh. Ooh, that's such a good question. Who wants to go first on this? I
It's a
say,
whole discussion.
well, I mean, then let somebody kick it off.
I don't know. I
Batman,
only
because I'm
hear
not a
one voice.
child.
Batman, because I'm not a child. I don't wear pajamas.
Spider-Man has been my favorite superhero since I was like 12.
Oof. Man, but he's so much more relatable, minus the spider powers.
Look, either which way, you're gonna suffer.
Yeah. So you lose your
Look,
parents on
look,
one end.
go Batman, because at the end of the day, you're still rich, and who cares?
He's just gonna be Batman and just be like, okay, just hangs
You
up.
don't even have to
cape.
be Batman. You just go back home, you retire, you check your portfolio once in a while, and you go do whatever you want in Tahiti. Or
Alfred, I've made
wherever.
a decision. I don't want to do this anymore.
Alfred, I made a decision. We're hiring a few more of you, because no way one old guy could take care of this place.
Get that ungrateful Dick Grayson in here. He can be Batman from now on.
Wait, Banner.
You take Dick Grayson out to a cliff and Spartan kick him off.
This is Gotham.
I mean,
Exactly.
he does make a very valid point.
He's
we
like,
would never
I am the knight.
we would never have to worry about money as Batman. However, there are some instances where, Peter is well off, like especially more adult Peter, because, he's a scientist. He has his own businesses and, his research facilities and stuff like that. So he does have money, not like Bruce Wayne money, but he does have money. But Batman, man, I guess it kind of comes down to it. Who has the cooler villains for me? Who would I rather face off against?
Definitely Batman. Spider-Man has like 5 people.
What? Spider-Man has Venom. Like, okay. Venom can be considered an anti-hero
the black
now.
goo monster is why you want to be Spider-Man.
Really? What, you want Clayface? you want a ball of mud?
Clayface. If Batman has like 700 villains to choose from, I'm not limited to Clayface.
Oh, that's right. Condiment Man.
Spider-Man peasant.
Condiment Man. Forgot about him.
Calendar Man.
Calendar Man. Yeah. I mean, come on. You're like, Batman has like maybe 7 good villains, like 7, maybe 8.
Okay,
but
hear me out. The reason some of the Batman villains are bad is because of the George Clooney Batman movie.
The bat nipples, not that again.
It all comes back to the bat nipples.
I've never seen somebody put 3 main villains into a movie and they all suck.
That was horrible. Like,
the Batman was bad, the villains were bad, the storyline was bad.
The only good one in there was Alfred.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
it's hard to mess up Alfred though.
That's right. Right.
We got some memes off of Arnold as Mr. Freeze. That was about it.
Yep.
The
Ice Age.
You love that role, man.
Oh, I know he did, but he sucked at it. I'm just saying.
Was good.
I mean, he was maybe he played it so good because Joel Schumacher screwed it up so bad. Like, okay.
Well, I think you go so far in one direction that you kind of loop back around into, well, it was so bad, but because it was so bad, it's funny, and because it's funny, okay, it is a bit good.
Hold on, this is not a case of Velocipaster, okay? This is like not at all. Like Velocipaster was
That's like the case of like not just lapping it once, but several times. Like it just went movie went bad, came good, kept going, went bad again, came back around, and you're just like, okay, just stop with the wheel of badness.
yeah. Oh, so yeah.
Quick point though. Out of the 3 villains in the George Clooney Batman movie, I think Mr. Freeze was the best because the other 2 were just so bad.
I don't know. Bane really didn't have any much speaking lines, so I was okay with that. But he was still horrible.
Well, it looked like they brought in somebody who was like 5'2" to start it out, and then they gave him the Venom, and then he became like slightly taller than Arnold.
Yeah. Well, what's funny about that is
stilts to walk on.
the scientist that was working on Bane and stuff like that was with Poison Ivy. Do you know who that is?
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I have no idea.
He played Lionel Luthor in Smallville. Like it's so funny. But anyways, I digress. But back to the original question, who would I rather be? It comes down to, like I said, A, the villains, and B, who do I have more love for? And
you're still missing your parents either way.
Yeah, and an uncle. So
yeah.
You know, but
you went Alfred or Miss May?
But to be fair, in Batman's world, you know, like in some of the continuity, for the most part, Batman's dad was a real a-hole, and you know he may have been a philanthropist or whatever. I said that really slow. Philanthropist. Anyways, he may have been that, but he was also behind the scenes like a mob boss or whatever, right? Am I right, Arson?
That sounds right. I'm pretty sure that was a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I know that Arson.
Then you look at Peter's parents, and they were spies. Like, who would you like better to have as parents? Like, for real.
Let me ask you this: if you're going to continuity, would you rather be on the Avengers or the Justice League?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I mean, to be fair, even after like all of that, like with Peter, at least with Spider-Man, you have a bunch of superheroes running around New York. Like, you don't have to be doing everything because you already have a lot of people doing everything.
Yeah, but Batman's rich enough to move somewhere where they are already doing. He can move across the river if he wants to.
He can move the superheroes to Gotham. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'll pay for your headquarters down here. You guys just gotta patrol the city, okay?
Yeah, you could just like pay the Flash really quick and be like, you know, these guys are out of control.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give you this fat paycheck if you could just really go in. Like, it's not like it would even take anything.
Or
out of
I mean,
Flash
he's
anyways.
rich enough that he could have Wayne Tech outfit the police with the actual stuff required to take care of them.
Yeah.
This is more of the question. Do you want powers or money?
I want money. I feel like it's a little more versatile, and I don't have to get hit by a semi truck.
Yeah, at this point, now that I'm talking to you guys, it's more about the benefits rather than the responsibilities.
Well, you know, with great powers come great responsibility.
I could drive the nuclear powered car into Wayne Tech anytime I want.
To be fair, I still think it'd rather be cool to have spider powers. The spider sense alone would be amazing. And that's what I was. Yeah.
Batman's like, I still know kung fu.
I'm going to throw a different element into this, based off of what I can see. So to answer the question, first off, I'd pick Spider-Man because I never actually answered the question. And
I would too, actually.
Here's my reason why. It doesn't come down to the powers. It doesn't come down to money or anything like that. It comes down to assuming our life takes the standard role and path that their lives take in the comics. From what I can tell, Spider-Man doesn't end up a hate-filled, bitter old man
with no one to love.
So yeah, I don't. So that's what I would pick because I don't want to be an old man who's a brutal, hate-filled, spiteful old man.
Let me ask you this, Zombie. Since we've all been doing hypothetical, okay? And let's say you get to do whatever the hell you want. You just take over like partway through. You can do whatever you want, right?
Oh,
Do
I
you
suddenly
still choose
wake up one
Spider-Man?
day. So I just suddenly wake up and one day and I'm Spider-Man, basically.
Yeah. You're still you, but you do whatever you want.
Yeah, I probably still would.
Yeah.
First, I'd
Yeah.
work on my gut. I'd look like
Uh,
Jack Black in a Spider-Man
Well,
outfit.
no, but yeah, I'm assuming that you have his body. It's your mind, his body.
Oh,
Oh.
so basically just a superior Spider-Man
Yeah,
situation.
basically a superior Spider-Man situation.
What if you woke up, it was still like same body, everything. You just had the powers, or like for Batman, you had the money and like the mansion and everything.
Bat Spider-Man.
I'd have to go Spider-Man now with that hypothetical because I'm terrified that like the actual Batman will somehow force his way back into his head and mentally beat the crap out of me.
You
You're
know
like,
he
what's that
would.
sonic tingling sensation?
He's got those mental blocks put in too, so it's like
Batman, you don't want to mess with Batman. Yeah, I'll just take Spider-Man.
Coward.
Look, man, you tell me how those bruises feel once you wake up and we talk again.
you're in a
But all
forever
right,
coma.
that's 3 for Spider-Man and 1 for Batman. And I do have the results here for the people that actually voted for which one, so
I
that's
mean,
an additional thing I can add on top of that.
Ooh,
I mean,
nice.
I'm not saying that picking Batman wouldn't be nice. I mean, waking up and finding yourself that rich would be extremely nice. What I'm saying is, at that point, I'd be like, well, I'm not being Batman anymore. Why? Why? I have, I would have no desire to do that. If it's my mind,
Like I didn't lose my
I-
parents to Joe Chill.
It's
more, so it's like, okay, unless there's some reason, you know, f- im- to make me do that, then I'd be like, well, okay, Batman's done. I'm gonna move. Like you said,
yeah.
all right, Alfred, we're moving to Tahiti. See ya.
Careful. Tahiti's a really touchy subject in Marvel.
That's why I said it.
Okay. I was gonna say careful.
But by
But
the way, I like that all three of you said Spider-Man and not one of you said I want to be a hero. You just said I want the power. So you guys are just like an angsty teen going through life and you have powers but don't do anything.
hold on. I was gonna say, but you guys got like sidetracked with some stuff, and we didn't get back to this. But now that we have, I never said that I'd be a good Spider-Man. I would just have the powers, and literally, I would be doing bad things with them. I'm sure I would, because that's just human nature, right? Like,
Well, I was just pointing out that in both scenarios, all four of us have decided that when we wake up as this hero, we're hanging up the outfit basically and just being a normal person with extra perks.
I'm not dying, man. And that's going to be like what, 2 deaths because it's technically not my body. So
yeah.
Arson's under the impression if he dies as Bruce Wayne, he just wakes back up as Arson.
I'm gonna wake back up as myself, and then Batman's going to be standing over me.
Yeah, teabagging you.
Then he screams like a little girl, and that's it. That's how Arson's
Oh my
life
God.
ends. Anyway, so the
Okay.
results.
The results: 32% wanted to be Batman, and 68% voted for Spider-Man.
So that's almost par for the course in our situation here. 75% chose Spider-Man, but still, it's not too far off.
Freudian slip. He wanted to be Batman all the time.
All right, so
Okay.
that was a good one. I like that.
I'm gonna here. Let me pick another one here. All right,
I
this
think
this
they
should
usually say it was
be.
bonkers.
That was
I'll
poggers.
have to flip flop between some of these questions, but all right. Would you rather
Yes.
have your family be disappointed in you, or have all your friends be disappointed in you?
What if I already have both?
It's okay. You can just omit one.
So okay, I can get rid of one. Okay, that's cool. All right.
I'd go with friends because my mom means the world to me, and if she's disappointed in me, that just would kill me. So, you know, for that's what I say at least. Like,
Friends.
I'd rather not have either one disappointed, but if I had to choose one, it would have to be my friends over my family for in that
I'd
matter.
I'd pick the same.
Yep. I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Yep. All right then. That's a pretty solid one-way vote.
Batman and
33%
Spider-Man.
chose 33% chose family, 67% chose friends.
Wow. Batman and Spider-Man takes almost 18 minutes. This one takes 30 seconds. Done.
Well, what's the alternative? You go, well, you go, I want my family to be disappointed in me. I love my friends so much.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I think it would boil down to what is your relationship like with your parent, like your
Yeah.
parent. I know people who do not have good relationships with their
Yeah.
family. So and they're like, and it's like what I told because I used to work with a girl, and every time she would come back from a holiday, she was always pissed, always unhappy. So I finally said, "Look, this is my business, but what's up? Every time we come back from a break, you're miserable." And she said, "Oh, every time I go see my family, I always get a whole bunch of questions because she just turned 21. She's like, well, what are you going to do with your life? When are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? When are you going to make something of yourself?" And so I said, then stop going. Just because they're blood doesn't mean they're family.
Right.
Yeah.
So if it's that case where you don't really like your family and you've chosen, look, yeah, I have my parents and I still talk to them, but the people I consider my family is this close network of friends that I've built.
Well, in
Then I
that
can
scenario,
see it
it's still
being
an easy
the other
decision,
way
right?
around.
Well, and see the thing is with all that, like I love my family. I love my sisters. I love my nieces and nephew. I love my daughters and my grandkid, you know, but overall, if my daughters and my mom are disappointed with me, then that's it. Like I- my I love my friends like dearly. They are like family to me. And I could do a cop out and be like, well, I consider my friends my family, so I'm safe. But no, that's not the question. And so I got to abide by that. I truly think that given that situation, my mom, like most of the time when my opinions others of me, I don't matter. It doesn't matter. Like I don't care what people think of me. But when it comes to my mom and my daughters, absolutely. You know, I don't really put my sisters in that aspect. Like if they are disappointed in me, because that happens. It seems like one of us are always at each other's throats. So one out of two is usually disappointed with me at some point. But you know, that's that's life. But in the same sense, I have friends, but if friends get disappointed in you, it's like they leave you. you know and it depends on the what the reason and stuff like that, because friendships can be mended and stuff like that, but you're stuck with your family no matter what. Like even if you disown them, you still have them. They may not be a part of your life, but they're still your family. And I know Zombie was saying blood doesn't make family, but let's be real, it does, to a point. you know they're always going to be your family no matter how horrible a person they are, but it's just you don't have to associate with them.
I mean, I guess I view it a little differently. I mean, for a lot of people, yes, that is one and the same.
Yeah.
Blood does equal family. But I have met several people through in college and work that now I don't know the situation with her if she fixed her with her family. Well, that's not my business.
Right.
But if your relationship with your parents, like one of my brother's classmates at 18 when he was in high school got kicked out of the house. The day he turned 18, his parents said, "Get the out of the house. You're 18, you're an adult, get out now." He had to drop out of high school to get a job to be able to support himself. I can see you being at that's like, you know what? You may have brought me into this world, but you are not my family anymore. Because family wouldn't do that. You are my mother and father in respects to you gave birth to me, but I do not view you as my family anymore.
They wanted his room for a sewing room, you know?
Well, and yeah, I mean, whatever the case may be. Now, I can see how an individual who has had a rough time with their family could be like, I do not consider them to be my family. I consider my family to be these people over here who helped pick me back up after my parents did that.
And I agree with that as well.
They are my family.
Yes. It's a touchy subject because I do agree with you on that. You know, it just depends on, like, if you just have a horrible childhood, a horrible, you know, like with your parents and stuff, and that happens to you like that happened to him. Yes, they are not your quote unquote family, but they are your family. Like, I know you don't want to accept that, but also they still are your family, even though they're horrible. You may disown them and be like, get away from them, but they're always going to be family. And it sucks because I have people in my family that I'd rather not have in my life either. I'm not talking about my immediate, but, you know, and in that case, you know, there's still family. Whether you,
I guess that's why I use the term blood.
Yeah.
You know, because that to me is like, blood is okay. Yeah, your family in the sense that we are blood related,
right?
But I use the term family as a people who are like actually invested in your general well-being.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and yeah,
so you know,
mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, I agree with you on that because there's people that I consider family, like Chad. Mm-hmm. He's my family. Chad's cousin Jeremy, he's my family. You know, like they may not be blood, but they are blood. You know, in the same respect, I consider you family. You know, like we've been through a lot together in these years that we've known each other. And those ties, like, man, you stuck by me thick and thin. You know what I mean? And that right there to me is family, you know? And so, and I could say the same thing about Arson and Ocean, but let's be real. We have a stronger bond. I do believe that you're one of my best friends, you know, and I appreciate that. So in that regard, you are family to me, you know. Would it kill me if I disappointed you? Absolutely. But between you and my mom, there's no contest. You know what I mean? You've already agreed to that too. So, but I do see your side of things, like when it comes to talking about like when people have the misfortune of having horrible parents or just horrible families in general. You know, look, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to answer for Arson. I think Arson's ties to his family stronger than his friendships. Like, I'm going to say it right now. He'd rather choose friends to disappoint than family. Am I right or wrong, Arson?
No, you're right.
Exactly. And because I know you're a tight-knit family. I know you are. Even the guy in your basement.
Yep.
But you know, I mean, all joking aside, I know that you would choose family. I mean, you've got your heritage, which is very tight knit with family. You know what I mean? Like that can't be denied. But also I know how much like we've had these talks. So again, I feel like Ocean would or should choose family because of, you know, I feel like he would, you know, like Ocean, he's in college and he goes home as much as he can to spend time with a family, you know, so I feel like that he too would choose family, but I don't know. So, you know, disappointing family, especially when you have good ties with them, it kills you. Like, to a certain extent, depending on what it is. Like, I'm disappointed you didn't cut the lawn. So go cut it yourself. Like, but you know, disappointing about a higher stage. That's something different, you know.
Mm.
But
Alright.
Ocean hadn't said much to that, but
Oh, he agreed. He
I know
agreed
he-
with, like, you know.
I know he agreed, but what I'm saying is that he hasn't said much to this because I think Zombie and I kind of like hogged all the conversation.
Dominated.
Yeah. So you got
I was
anything to
letting
add?
you guys go for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just
I already cut Zombie off once.
all right. Well, let's since we all are in agreement, let's move on then.
Alright. Let's go to a bit of a more simpler one. Would you rather lose one eye or lose one ear?
Here.
All right, hold on. If you lose the ear, is it just a physical ear and you can still hear out of it?
I have made an executive decision last time I asked this to Pack or Grim, I forgot, but yes, you do lose your hearing in that ear because I don't think it would be fair if you lose your eye and your sight, but just lose your ear and not lose your hearing.
I would rather lose the ear, probably either way.
So hear me out, because if you lose that, you lose half your sight, but you lose depth perception. But if you lose the ear, does that throw you off balance as well?
Oh yeah. I would say it would
Lose your
because
sense of hearing.
mhm.
So even then, I still feel like ear, but I feel like it gets worse once you consider that you may struggle to walk for a while because you'll be off balance.
People can catch you off guard a lot easier with a freaking ear.
Yeah, but if you don't have depth perception, you're just gonna run into a light pole because you can't tell how far away it is.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's still worse.
That's true. If
To
you
wear a
lose,
cool eye patch.
yeah, but that only goes so far. Like cool eye patch or sight.
At least you can cover that up with like a cool cosmetic. What are you gonna do with the ear? Just gonna wear a hat for the rest of your life?
I scare every kid I see. Hey, you want to see something? And you're scarred for life. Enjoy that.
I'd put some fake ear on there and just like super glue it to
Ear
my head.
plaster.
Ear plaster.
I put an eye patch over the ear.
You still get the eye patch.
Arr.
Get a free eye patch either way.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Hmm.
Hey, if you lose both, you get 2 eye patches.
Could they be on the opposite sides? What'd you say, Zombie?
I said that'd be a blindfold.
Yeah.
Or you could also wear a bandana. Just like
So
Cover
to
your
answer
ear.
the question, I would choose an eye because I enjoy music too much.
Mm.
it's just not the
Yeah.
same with one ear.
Well, because you get that the left and the right, and you lose that. You lose that sense of, you know, I don't know exactly what to call it, but
Sense of sight, sense of hearing.
I wanted to say, like your sound depth perception.
Yeah. Everything's in mono, not stereo anymore. Oof.
Basically.
Can you speak into the? But in a good sense, you could ignore people and just blame it on your ear. So
Yeah. What was that? What'd you say? I
Huh?
didn't catch it. I'm lost an ear.
I like to think you're wearing the bandana so they don't know which ear you can't hear out of, and you're just like, oh wait, no, the right ear. No, the left ear.
Oh, you look, you misunderstand me. I would 100% let that thing hang out. Like, nope. Although wearing glasses would suck. Can I get perfect eyesight though if I lose my ear and hearing?
You just get a
No.
monocle.
I can't give you benefits.
Dang
You
it.
just lose something. You don't get something added.
Yeah, but then
Phoenix, hear me out. Hear me out. If you lose the eye, you don't need glasses anymore. You get like some cool, weird, ancient monocle
Monocle.
thing for one side.
Either
And then if
that
you're
or you
missing the ear, you have something else that's completely insane on that side too. So you just look like you're part like cyborg at that point.
dude, at that point I'm gonna get a Mr. Potato Head ear and just stick it on my side of my ear.
Question, Arson, are we in the future or the present when this is happening?
Ooh, good question.
Present.
Dang it.
Like the second you guys make your decision, I will snap my fingers and you will lose what you have chosen.
Okay, but like say what would it be like 20 years in the future when we do this? Or is it just like right now?
Right now.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
unless you want to entertain like the future.
Because hear me out, if it's in the future, then maybe it doesn't matter what you do, because either way there'll be a decent replacement for either.
Cybernetics. I'll get a cybernetic eye. That'll be even better.
Yeah, so in which case that turns into, would you rather have a cybernetic ear enhancement or a cybernetic eye enhancement?
Zombies like ear because of the music. No.
I want to listen to the music, but better.
I will listen to it in the 8th dimension.
I shall become the music.
I should
Pretty
be
big
one with the music.
Pretty big shot in the dark there.
That's
That
funny
in
though.
20 years from now we would get cybernetics.
Well, however much into the future. I didn't, not necessarily 20 years, but
My luck,
Okay,
I
so
would.
when-
Oh, sorry.
when
Go
we're in
ahead.
rocking chairs.
Hey, I'll be in a rocking chair. You guys probably still won't be in rocking chairs. But in my luck, I'd get the cybernetic eye, and then all of a sudden, that's when the AI would like take over the world. Like, oh crap! There goes my
All hail plankton.
eye. But that's it is a
Alright.
good question.
As for the results, 28% wanted to lose one eye, and 72% chose to lose one ear.
Seems about right. What did you decide?
Oh, I would have lost the eye.
Oh, so 50-50 in here.
Yep. Alright, next one, let's see. Alright, gentlemen, would you rather save the world, but die as a hero in the process, or save the world, but nobody knows?
So you stay alive, saving the world, but nobody knows.
Yep, this is more a question of like fame or whatever.
I choose to stay alive.
I would too. Like that. There's like I can care less about getting the credit. Like as long as there's a world to go back to, you know.
I'm gonna write a book about it and make my money that way.
An epic sci-fi thriller.
Like based on a true story. Whatever. But
Well,
yeah,
it was a very sound decision with like 38% wanting to die as a hero and 62% with nobody knowing.
that's because they're martyrs. They want to be known. Like really.
Yeah, what you don't know is though those were depressos from Power World.
They just wanted to die anyway. So
They were there. I want to be free.
I still think the word. Okay, this is going off a little bit, but the funniest thing about the depressors is when they're mining ore. They just look so like we saw it the other day, Ocean. They just look so depressed. Like, please end it now.
I like to force mine to do research.
Have you seen them carrying stuff from one location to another?
Yes.
They slowly dragging it behind them.
Like,
like
it's
an
even
inch at a
funny if they're
time.
dragging like eggs. They're just dragging this egg along the ground.
I'm gonna make a whole base just with none of the depressos. But anyways, let's get back.
Just a full box of 250 depressors.
Jeez. But anyway, so yeah, I think
I think going back to the 38%, I think that's just to the point where like that whole thing of like people wanting to leave something behind. Or maybe at that point when people answered this question, they didn't really have much to lose anyways.
yeah.
At the end of the day, I think it was a question that was raised is like, how would you want to be remembered? I think a majority of goals for a lot of people is being remembered for as long as possible. Like once they're gone, what are you leaving behind that people will remember you by?
Yeah.
Now for us, it'll
A lot
probably
of
be
debt.
this podcast. Probably when we're all gone, people are finally gonna pick up this podcast and be like, "Hey, this ain't that bad."
It's like an
Like
artist ever being recognized while they're alive. It's always everything's worth a lot once
every
they're dead.
yeah, once we're gone, once everything's said and done, like people are gonna be like, "This is amazing."
Joe will be the only one
And then
alive and get all the money.
yeah, because he's the Wishmaster. He could finally make monetization. I knew it. He was just playing the waiting game this whole time. That's why he's never around. Because if he was around too much, he would burn out the audience too much with his presence. But
Yep.
now that we're gone, he could finally take over as the host and actually start making himself the face of From the Ashes in 2099.
2099. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's
But yeah, I mean, like again, it's mostly just like I think at that point, like people just want something to leave behind. Because like I mean, who's gonna forget the person who saved the world?
I mean, I say
Give it a year.
it's a mix though. Like I say it's a mix of both of what we said and also like the narcissists out there. You know?
Yeah, it's like a mix, but also at
Yeah.
the same time, like what's the trauma that you'll be left with after you save the world, but nobody knows? Are you
Hear
gonna
me
are you
out.
gonna tell
Another
that?
point. What if you're the only world superhero, and if you die on the first, what if there's another crisis?
Exactly. There are a lot of hypotheticals with this, but like
Are we
but
like the champion of the Illuminati?
What if you're a superhero and your weakness is tripping over Legos?
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah. What if
Anyway.
this took place at a Lego factory? We had to make an executive decision.
Like, nope, I'm done.
It's
Anyways,
like we forgot our shoes.
we're getting way off. Well, we are doing the what if, but we are getting off topic. So,
all right. Let's see here. Here's one. Would you rather have a shower that keeps you clean for 7 days or have a bed that gives you a full night's rest in 1 hour?
bed. Oh, see, that's tricky because I don't get much sleep because of my back. So that would be amazing to have the bed. To be honest, I don't mind taking daily showers. Like that doesn't bother me at all. It's like in my routine. So,
Well,
but I choose bed. 100%.
As someone who works 65 hours Monday through Friday, I would choose the bed.
Feeling refreshed after an hour, get up and play games. Like, all right.
I would
so
choose
much
the
fun
bed,
in the
but
bed.
I am just curious. Do you keep like the fresh shower feeling or fresh well rested feeling the whole
I
time?
did
Or
contemplate this. And yeah, I will mediate it to the point where like no matter what you do, like you could work out, you could literally do like anything that like makes you stinky or smelly. It would not make you feel dirty, or you won't be dirty at all. You will stay as clean as the day you came out of the shower. Like you would
For
just
7
smell
days.
perfect for
Yeah.
7 days.
it makes the shower a little better, but the bed is still better.
All
Yeah,
right.
the bed
So
has so many perks that I tried to mediate it, but I still choose the bed.
I was going to say, but with that, you'd have to give the same perks to the bed. So after an hour, you feel like you've got a full night's rest. You're energetic. Like, look how much stuff you could actually get done if you chose that path.
All the depressants I catch.
And this is anytime you go to sleep, right?
Yeah, this is anytime you go to sleep. Like anytime you decide, like I'm beat. I need to like get a full night's rest, and then bam, 1 hour and you're good to go again.
So we can sleep multiple times during the day if that called for it. But the shower thing is a really good perk. Like really, like no chance of stinking for 7 days, but after that 7th day, all of it comes upon you. That'd be hilarious. Like, oh gosh.
Look like you caught the plague.
Yeah.
It's like all the grime and everything just immediately sticks to you like a super powered magnet.
Oh gosh, but yeah, I would definitely do the
Mold,
sleep.
man.
Uh,
All right. Well, I guess if we're all in agreement with that, 41% chose the shower and 59% chose the bed.
That's pretty close, actually.
A lot closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I wonder how many
I guess-
people that is, referring to.
I guess some people just, love to stay clean.
Yeah, I mean, I love staying clean, but I taking it from somebody that hardly ever sleeps, that doesn't get a good night's sleep ever. Having a good night's sleep in an hour, that would be flat out the best.
All right. Well, there we go. A quick and simple one. I like it.
Yeah.
Next question. Would you rather add 3 hours to each day or add 1 extra day to the week?
Oh gosh. Can I say neither?
Gotta decide.
Oh man. A 27-hour day or an 8 days a week. Although the Beatles song would come true. That's a hard one. I don't know. Somebody else answer.
I guess it would depend upon whether that falls as a work day or as a weekend day.
I made it like it's funny because they asked me the exact same question. I made it so it was like a gamble. Like you could either you could luck out and get a weekend, or you could just add another work day. And everybody would hate you forever. I made it so everybody would know work day.
Oh jeez. I don't know how to choose this because I don't want either one. Okay, here's an idea. The 3 extra hours, is it going to be daylight or nightlight or nighttime?
Nightlight.
Nightlight, dirt.
Nightlight.
Or is it split 50-50?
I would say I'd split it.
So an hour and a half and an hour and a half. See, that's not too bad. So an hour and a half a day and then an hour and a half a night actually gets you an extra little bit of sleep if you can get there, depending on either way. If you work third shift, you can still do it during the day. I would say I'd have to choose the extra time rather than the day.
Same here.
If I was forced to choose. Otherwise, I'd choose neither.
Ocean.
Be honest, I didn't hear the question.
Would you wanna add 3 hours to each day, or add 1 extra day to the week?
3 hours.
All right. Everybody's locked in their vote.
We have.
All right. 45% chose 3 hours each day, and 55% chose 1 extra day to the week. So there you
That's really close. So I think we have time for one more at least.
go. All right. Let me pick one from the specials because I picked a lot. I thought we were gonna be blasting through these, but all right, you guys just wanted to actually take your time with
Hold
it.
on. But you want a good conversation, and that has happened. Like we've had some really good conversation over these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but me, Peck, and Grim have been like stuck on like those for like the past 2 or so hours. We blasted through a lot of them. Granted, a lot of them were not so age appropriate ones, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, for the last one, this one has no votes tied to it, so I will just ask it to you straight. And that is, would you rather magically heal from any injury, but you get stabbed once per day, or never need to sleep, but go unconscious for 5 minutes each day?
So real quick, are you saying that with the heal injury, it's instant?
Yeah, basically like really good regeneration powers.
Okay, well then I just choose that. You get stabbed once a day, but who cares? In 5 minutes, you don't care.
I mean, to be fair, if you get stabbed, eventually you're gonna start to. Now, okay, so this is a good question. Do you actually get used to the stabbing, or does it feel like it's fresh every time, like it's a new pain?
Oh, it's fresh. Same guy too. He never gets old.
So you
Jeez.
never develop pain tolerance in
No,
this
with
world?
with the stabbing specifically. Like if you want to go ahead and like put a freaking
But how does that work? Is this like magic? What are we talking here? What's
it's like
going on?
like a wizard dressed up in like a leather jacket and like he still has his hat and
What
everything,
if
but he's
I
dressed up.
stab the wizard to make
You
it
can't
so I
stab him.
have pain tolerance?
If you stab him, I will twist the rules so he will make it worse for you.
But if he's dead, he can't make it worse.
All right, you masochist. I guess you do want it to be worse. All I'm saying is if you want to like put a toothpick under your freaking toenail and kick the wall until you get an immunity to that, then like go ahead by all means. But when it comes to the wizard stabbing you, that will be fresh every time.
So now the wizard's the one stabbing us. Well, now I have to kill him.
But
Yep,
here, let me ask
the
you this:
crazed wizard.
so getting that fresh heal and everything like that, will that like affect the longevity of your life? Like, does that basically mean you're immortal?
I'll say like you get an extension to your lifespan. So like either 150 or like 200 if you're lucky.
Man, I don't know if
Does this
I'd want
affect
that.
how you look? Does this affect like the aging process?
I'd say by the point you pass 100, you will finally start to show some signs of like over like 45 or something like that.
Okay, but other than
And
that,
then
you just look like you're in your 20s or 30s until you're 100.
yeah, more or less.
Well, that just makes it even better.
Yeah, but I don't
The
know.
magical wizard.
I'd have to think
And I
of-
didn't say where you would get stabbed. I'm telling you right now. I'm I'm moderating the wizard here. And Ocean's making it worse for you guys, so you better tape his mouth shut.
Yeah, right in the daddy parts. Oof. Every day.
Yeah, the wizard is a twisted man.
All right,
It's
so
just arson.
here's the thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
actually me. I'll stab you.
the flip side of that coin. When you go unconscious, you could just anywhere, right? Like you could be anywhere in the day and it just like
Anywhere.
happens.
Like it could be it's random, but I did mediate it for Grim that like it won't happen while like you're doing important like driving things because like he drives like a semi, so like I was like okay, you won't fall unconscious and like run over a house or something.
Right. I mean, but in the same sense, like if you're walking across the street, you could pass out and get hit by a car.
Yep.
And then you're dead anyways, for the most part. Like, but I think I would still rather take that than live for as long as that is and get stabbed every day. And it's not because of the stabbing, it's because I would outlive my family. And I wouldn't want to do that. My friends, they would all go, look, I watched Highlander way too much. Okay. And one thing I learned from that is they always lose everybody. So unless they become a Highlander themselves or an immortal.
I can replace the evil wizard with the Ginosagi. The entity that hits you over and over again with a spoon.
Oh gosh, yeah. I feel like I would do the other side because I don't want to. I don't want to live that long. So that's.
All right, then what if I said you had a normal lifespan then?
If I had a normal lifespan and stayed healthy for my whole normal lifespan and had to take a hit,
Yeah,
but what would be a
literally
normal lifespan?
You'll look the day you look today until like you pass away.
But so what would be a normal lifespan? 80, 90,
yeah, like
60,
80,
70.
80, 90, that range.
Okay.
Follow-up question. Say we already have a health problem. If we do this, does that heal that health problem we already had?
I would say
I would say yeah, but that's only to mediate the the wizard stabbing you.
Yeah, I would say
now
that
I
too.
really have to do it because no way the stabbing hurts worse than my back.
That's the same as me.
Yeah, no way the stabbing hurts more.
What if it's in your man part?
Well, sometimes the boys gotta take a hit for the team.
He's like, that's more action than I've seen. But
At least somebody's getting near it.
it's
I
like
don't know. I feel like it'd be terrifying to wake up each morning and you never know if it's going to happen or not.
well, yeah, but you
like, you
said
could
it
either
has
wake-
to, right? Every day.
Yeah, it has to. Every day, like no matter what, you will get stabbed, but it's when and where you get stabbed.
Oh man, that'd be some
Question.
crap. I'd be like getting into a nice freaking deep sleep, and all of a sudden, like, thank God, I'm never gonna get back to sleep.
Yeah,
We
you could, like-
negotiate with the wizard to have
No,
a
you
suitable
can-
alternative.
you
Like,
cannot-
can we say we walk into a gorilla cage once a day and fight them with our regenerative ability instead of getting stabbed?
Would you really fight a gorilla and get torn apart, then get stabbed by the wizard?
Well, if I have your knife, then I just stab the gorilla in the balls.
I think that'd just make them even madder.
It probably would.
But no, you cannot bargain with the wizard. You cannot do anything with him. He
What-
is simply there to make you miserable once
But
per
if we
day.
make a blood pact, he stabs me, I could stab him.
Nope.
I choose, like I said, if it's a normal lifespan, I'll choose the first. Because I wouldn't mind looking like I'm in my 40s when I'm in my 80s. So that would be great.
Question: if Phoenix is starting out right now exactly where he is, does he stay there or does he regress back like a decade or so?
Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of regressing back to fresh young Phoenix.
I feel like it needs to be done slowly over time, though, because if not, it's gonna freak everybody out. Like,
no, immediately does it. Just
Yeah.
straight up goes back 20 years immediately for Phoenix.
I just snap my fingers and bam, there you go, young Phoenix.
All right, well, that's what I choose. Although we have not heard much from Zhombi on this.
He's weighing his options.
Yeah, so I'd have to choose the stabbing.
Yeah.
Just because I'm looking at everything and it's like you do an awful lot and you're like, well, it's just 5 minutes. Yeah, but an awful lot can happen in 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I'm gonna with this extra time, I'm gonna go hiking and I'm hiking in the Grand Canyon.
Pass out, thud.
And next thing I know, I wake up and I'm like, oh, look, there's a ground, and that's like impact, and I'm dead. Now, there's also that's not very common, especially it's like, okay, well, look, you're not going to be driving, you're not going to be doing anything like that. Okay, then, but that still leaves like, okay, there's still a lot you could like. I'm cooking. I fall face first into this big pot of soup that I'm cooking. There's an awful lot that can happen in that time period. Unless if it was like, okay, it's only going to happen from, like, I don't know when, but like, say, 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. At some point, it's going to happen there. You don't know when. So then you can you can say, okay, I got to make sure I'm not cooking, during this time period. But,
yeah.
It's not like that. So that's what I'm going to choose. Stabbed.
All right then. The
So,
nefarious wizard has his victims.
what about you?
Me, dude, I would fall unconscious. I don't really care. I don't want to get stabbed in the balls.
Oh, wait, I didn't know we were choosing that.
Now, look, I
willing to
mediated
risk it.
the wizard because Ocean kept running his mouth, man, and at that point the wizard is so nefarious that like I don't even want to list the amount of things he'd probably do to you.
But that's Ocean. I'm okay with him. He's a good guy.
Phoenix likes getting stabbed in the balls.
Stab me in the
Look,
arm.
The wizard doesn't discriminate, and he is the unfair teacher who places the punishment on everybody but just the kid who did it.
All right, well,
So,
fair enough.
There you go. This has been interesting, man.
I've enjoyed it.
Got a lot of topics in just one episode. How about that?
Yeah,
I'd say this was a grand success.
I
Other
like
than
it.
that, though, we've come to the end of our time. I really sucks because I collected a lot. I did so much freaking research, collected all these questions, ripped them straight out of the internet, and we barely went through most of them. But that's completely fine.
Part
I'll
2?
just make sure. I'll make sure to do the barrel the minimum required effort next time when doing this.
Definitely a part 2.
We shall see. But as it stands, thank you all for coming by. Link in the description for all that garbage and stuff and merch. I'm sure Ocean is thinking of something, but we'll let you know when that happens. As for that, I mean, yeah, this has been a very interesting topic. Hope we get to do more of this stuff later because it's a very interesting little topic and prospect to poke and prod. But until then, we'll catch you in the next one. And would you rather? I don't know. It's fun. Play with your friends.
Those poor depressos.
Yeah.